before we talk about the event on May 17th, let's talk about the Artemis project itself. And for I say, for as little time as it has been in existence, Elizabeth, talk about what it is and the impact that the project has had in that time.
Sure. Well, we started when Hope Humane Society went under, and we just realized that there was a need in the more rural areas for a rescue to be around. And so we started the Artemis Project in late 2019. And since we rescue animals in the River Valley, in Oklahoma and Arkansas, and most of our animals are in foster homes. We do have a farm that we have some animals that are still waiting on fosters at, but we're foster based, and we just think that that's a better way to get the animals socialized and get to know them, and they're not in a stressful environment that way. And what we do is we either adopt them out locally, and we also do cats as well. We do dogs and cats. We've had an occasional goat and a pig, but we adopt them out locally, or we send them on transport to more northern states. We have rescue partners that are also no-kill rescues, just like we are, and they are also foster based generally. And so we'll transfer them up there because they don't have as many stray animals. And so they are looking for animals to adopt and to rescue from hard times here in Arkansas and Oklahoma. So since 2020, I would say that we have rescued close to 12,000 animals. So that's just in our River Valley region. That's the problem that is here, is that there aren't strict and spay and neuter laws, and that's why there are some, and that's the tip of the iceberg is 12,000 since 2020. Last year alone, we spent 200,000 in veterinary costs. So that's routine vaccines, pharmaceuticals, as well as vet visits and extreme cases that needed surgery, let's say. But that's a lot of money on medical.
Mhm.
We don't turn away an animal based on medical needs. If anything, we will try to save every single one. We measure their quality of life, and after that, and make sure their prognosis lends to spending that money, of course, because we want to be responsible stewards with the donations that we get. But we don't pretty much turn anything away. So hence the 12,000 animals.
And you mentioned the 200,000 in cost, and Megan, one of the ways to help offset some of that, having fundraisers, and so what's going to be happening on May 17th?
I'm so excited, Darren. It's going to be the first time we're hosting this kind of event. It's called Trash to Treasure Street Market. And the premise behind Trash to Treasure is that these animals are sometimes abandoned and just treated like trash. And what we want to do as Artemis is take these animals, get them adopted into loving homes where they are treated like treasure. But not only that, so keeping that in mind, we're also taking this as a street market and accepting vendors. These vendors may be a small business, they may be an artisan of some sort, or just an individual looking to sell their items that they might deem as trash, but someone else might deem as treasure.
So if I have stuff in my garage, I can contact you and say, I would love to be there, and whatever I sell goes to you all.
Absolutely. No, actually, we're going to let you keep your profit. There's a small vendor fee to pay, and that's how we're going to recoup some of that money.
All right. So how do you make contact in order to become a vendor? Or what's the
Well,
easiest way to become a vendor?
you can always direct message us through one of our social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram. You can also email Elizabeth, and I'll let you say your email address.
My email is ejohnson.theartemisproject, all spelled out, at gmail.com.
Okay. So this, Elizabeth, talk about it, because 200,000 is a lot of money and that's just the tip of the iceberg. How much does this help offset some of that?
It depends on the turnout, obviously. So that's why we're trying to encourage people to look at their garage and come out. They don't have to own a small business to be a vendor. But it makes a great impact. The money that we take in, we can make it go far with rescue discounts and things like that we get. But the 200,000 in expense was just medical. That didn't even count food and you know what puppy pads and things like that. So every little bit makes a dent, whether it's $5, 25, or 5,000. It's very impactful. It helps take our stress off and helps us save even more animals.
And where is this going to be and what time of day are we talking about here?
The address is 9220 Highway 71 South. It's on the same corner as the McDonald's that is at the Brook and Hill intersection on Highway 71. We're going to be in the parking lot there and have the vendors all set up with their tents, and we'll have an adoption event also. The cats will be inside my office that also happens to be there, and the dogs will be outside. But it's going to be huge, hopefully.
And you both can answer this, but how many will go to this event not knowing what the Artemis project is, and this is your way of introducing them to what you all do every day?
Well, I mean, hopefully they don't think it's the rocket project, the Artemis, because that's a new confusion. But we have a booth there that's going to be set up for fosters and adoptions to sign up or to find out more about fostering. We'll have brochures, we'll have business cards. It may be somebody's first knowledge of us. And so we just want to show them, what all we do and how they can participate and help out in a fun way.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. Have a great time out there on the 17th. Megan, give me a web address just in case anybody wants more information about the Artemis project.
It's the artemisprojectrescue.org.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much. Have a great time out there.
Thank you
Thank
very much for
you.
doing this.